We are back. It is the Friday Night BS show. Look at Kevin. He's excited. We miss you, Kevin. Did we miss him, guys? I'd ask Deana, but she has this love-hate for you. But so, myself, if I were within a 2-hour distance from D and I was visiting, I would have stopped by and said hello, maybe had lunch or something like that.
Yeah, but then you'd have to go to Wisconsin.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Take that back. I take that back. I wouldn't. What would I be doing in Wisconsin anyway? I don't know.
Cheese curds. Getting the best cheese curds ever.
Going to the casino.
What else? What else? I'm curious, Deana. We're asked. We'll go to the Wisconsinites, Deana and Morgan there. What could Kevin and I do in Wisconsin on a 24-hour period?
Well, it depends on what you want. I mean, that all depends.
There's your answer, Kevin. That's why we do not go to Wisconsin.
Well, I mean, it does depend though. Like what kind, what kind of stuff are you looking to do? We probably got it.
What do you say, Kevin?
Make a trip to whatever. Yeah. I've gone to a couple of concerts in Milwaukee in my time.
Yeah.
There you go.
You notice Deana had nothing to add to it, so
we got lots of back road stuff.
I don't think Deana's audio is working.
Deana needs to hire.
Is that better? Hello?
Hello?
Is that better?
There you go.
If you're in Kenosha, there is a bar on like literally every corner. So if we could do a literal bar hop all day long.
Same here, pretty much.
See, there you go.
A lot of drinking. We can do bar hopping here. We were just trying to cheese and beer. That's what Luke says. That's what is available.
The cheese curds,
beer. If you like PBR,
Becky.
Oh, there's such good craft beers up here.
Yeah, but those are the only.
Oh my gosh,
Wisconsin.
There's like 3 different breweries just in my town. I could walk to one of them.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just either fly by that whole state and move along and go over to maybe
come visit us at least once. Just
Luke, I don't think she may sing tonight. We haven't discussed the singing tonight. Do you have your little thingy there? What is it? Ukulele?
I have several ukuleles.
There we go. Maybe Kevin and Deana will come together and form a band and sing tonight. Kevin, do you have an instrument nearby?
That's probably not happening. A little short notice there.
Yeah. You ready, Deana? We haven't rehearsed at all. We don't even know.
Great, exactly. Just throw it down.
I can see Deana going, Kevin, drop a beat. There's your answer, Luke. I don't think so. Hello, Becky. Becky is shocked to see Morgan on the show.
I know.
She was getting too good. We had to bring her back to the show to bring the naughtiness back out of her. Yeah. Right, guys? That's what we had to do. We had to bring Morgan back. And look at the show she decides to come on tonight on. What we're going to talk about. Yeah. Tonight's show is going to be an interesting one. Kinks and Fetishes. Kevin, real quick, could you explain the difference between a kinks and a fetish?
I mean, no.
There's really no difference. I when I did it, I was like, okay, they sound like fetishes to me. The kinks sound like a fetish, and fetish sounds like a kink to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's the same thing.
Well, go ahead, Deana. Share your thoughts. Number 2.
I'm Googling it. I think it is.
You're using the power of Google. You can't. You got to use your head.
I just said I think it is the same thing, but I'm Googling it for actual definitions.
Well, because I thought you had you had one of those chambers like in that movie, like 50 Shades of Grey.
A sex dungeon?
Yeah, a little.
Talk about that.
New days.
Yeah, I know. If you make fun, Kevin already hit me. Said I look like Jesus, so I might put my hat back on.
You fucking look like old Jesus. Shit.
There we go. Oh, not the 6-pack Jesus, not the 6-pack.
You look like Jesus. Grandpa Jesus.
Go like this.
I'm the Jesus you want to party with. That's what I am. I'm the Jesus you want to party with.
Christ.
Just get me off the cross. Get me off the cross. We'll party. I'm gonna live forever. But, hey, Bertha, no, you can't put this beautiful face on a candle. A sex candle.
On a candle.
A sex candle, maybe. This face goes on the candles that you use to pour on someone. That's what I am.
Oh my God, John, there might be a market for that.
Yeah, I'm going to market that tomorrow, man. When I get up tomorrow, I'm going to call my local sex store and go, hey, can you put this face on sex candles?
Listen. If we can do what WWJD, what would Jesus do? We can do JTSC, John Troncali sex candle.
Heck yeah. Pour some hot wax on the ones you love, baby. Put some Johnny Wax on them. Put some Johnny Wax on.
Oh man.
We could market that. We could put it on the merch store.
Oh my God. And they gotta look like church candles though.
I'm thinking I could do it. It could be done.
JTSC, baby. That's our company name right there.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yeah, we could put, you could put this face on some pizza sauce too. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you
could. Weird news, guys. I thought this was weird because I think we're getting to this time in life, in society, and in the world. Alien threat is now there. I went old school alien shit here. Alien threats admitted. Well, let me see. Intimate says Navy scientist Sal Paris. I wanted to get kind of your thoughts on this thing. One of the things I always find intriguing is there always seems to be these types of stories when like they're trying to get us to focus on something else other than something that is going to take place. Do you guys get that sense? Like,
oh yeah,
go ahead,
the
Deana.
media smoke and mirror trick. Absolutely. Don't pay attention to all the changes in government that might be scary. Here's aliens.
And they make it sound so bad. And this story it intrigued me because this person is suggesting, and I think maybe kind of like NATO, like a world order that we're all together working against aliens. And that to me, it sounds like a good thing, but it sounds like it could be a bad thing as well. How do you feel about that, Kevin?
I don't know. I mean,
I know it's silly, but there are people out there that read this article and they're just scared to death. Like,
yeah, that's the point.
That's the point.
like they're doing that for all the people that are dumb as fuck that they need distracted. That's exactly what that's for.
Yeah, it's insane. It says recent studies discussed have highlighted potential threats from non-human intelligence. NHI. There's just
there's an acronym for you.
There's an acronym for you. Earth security is needed. Then we need. They're talking about a unified Earth defense. Can you imagine that? Well, I guess that's
for
NATO.
Space Force.
Ooh, space! Don't bring
Space
up
Force is just America, though.
It's just America. Space Force is, isn't that America and England and Canada? Just our allies. Anymore. Yeah, it might be. But I'm going to go D. D, do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely.
Do you believe they're going to attack us at some point in time?
I don't know. I guess it depends on what aliens come that we encounter. They could have
which ones we pissed off, or what?
Are they trying to just communicate? Are they here for resources, or are they actually here to take over? It depends on the aliens' purpose.
Yeah, they could be here for John Jesus. Yeah, it could be here
sex
for
slaves. They want us for sex slaves.
They want the wax. They want the sex wax. So,
we're here for your sex wax.
Kevin, do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely.
And do you believe they want to take over Earth?
No. We're the backwards handicapped step cousin of the universe. They're like, oh, we're just gonna leave him in the corner and see if he sorts himself out.
That to me, that's how I look at it. I mean, when I start thinking about aliens and then us, and if they're able to do all these things that they're saying they're able to do, we're the hillbillies. We're the fucking hillbillies. We're the backwards fucking hillbillies of the universe. We have to be. I think they just look at us like us when we watch Cops. I think that's what we are to them. Like, look at that fucker. He's gonna try to run.
If you're talking about a species that can travel through space from star to star, we're ants. We're ants to them. Ants. They're not even worried about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan, the youngest one of the group. Morgan, do you believe in aliens?
I don't know if aliens per se, but I do think there's other like life in space. I just don't know if it's like an alien form. You know, like kind of like
you think there's us, but some other version of us somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. You have to come back to me on that.
Come back to me. Okay, we'll come back. We'll bring back
I'm open to the persuasion of aliens.
Yeah.
I just don't know exactly to like what extent though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't picture them. Do you picture them the way we're told to picture them, Kevin, or do you think they look more like us?
Okay. The scientific answer, they're going to look like whatever their environment made them.
Right. That is true. That's true.
Like if they, evolved on a planet where it's not oxygen, they're going to look different from us. Where the gravity is more, they're going to look different than us. Like there's way too many factors to even think about that.
Right. Well, and then someone said to me the other day, it was kind of interesting. They talk about all the elements that were needed for Earth to be created and for us to exist. And those are also prevalent everywhere in the universe in large numbers. Yeah. So what's to say?
Well, and like everything on this planet is like based off of the carbon molecule, right?
Right.
That's not necessarily the only one that works in that place. Like scientists have long theorized that like you could do the same thing with silicon and a couple of other ones. So you're talking about massive variances in life.
Yeah.
This is true, Luke.
So we're gonna go. You think robots? Do you think aliens have sex? Deana, kinky sex.
Aliens have sex? I don't know, man. I'm sure that's a fetish or a fantasy as well.
I think they have to, right, Kevin? I mean, from what we understand, they like probing shit, so that's got to be some sort of fetish.
I mean, I don't know. What if they're plants? What if they're sentient plants and they reproduce asexually?
That's possible. That's possible. Do you think, Morgan, the aliens have a sex dungeon in their spaceship?
I don't know if they'd go that far. but that's a human thing, though. That's a human thing. So maybe, or maybe it's one of the things that the aliens have, looked to us for, and they go, oh, hey, we could take that out of the book.
See the alien up there watching some guy get whooped by some lady dressed up like a nun and just wondering what the fuck is going on down there.
Again, hence the fact that we're the people in the corner.
Oh, you're gonna be like, now show us the lactation kink.
Yeah. Oh my god. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, not too much. I just, it seems like these articles seem to pop up when things start to look bad around the world, and it's just a way to distract us from what's really going on. So it makes me laugh. But I'll ask everybody: Luke, Becky, Bertha, do you guys believe in aliens? And do you think aliens have sex with humans? We're kind of curious. And is it kinky sex? That's what I want to know.
Completely normal question, followed up by a completely off the wall section.
We're gonna merge fetishes, kinks with aliens tonight. Get ready, folks.
I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh Lord.
Oh yes, aliens are real. See, Bertha believes they are. I'm with you guys. I believe them. I'm kind of like on Morgan's level of thought that they're similar to us, but then I am kind of like your theory too as well. Maybe they don't have the same sort of nose we do because where they live, they need a bigger nose or they need more openings to let in more oxygen because there's less oxygen out there. But I think the structure is exactly like, I don't think they're little skinny gray men running around in white, or like 7 foot tall fucking 100-pound aliens with legs that look like snakes or spiders or whatever you want to call it. I don't picture that. I think they're similar to us. I think maybe they're like, their eyes may be different because where they're at, it's super dark and they need bigger eyes. I think just like us, I think they have evolved for their area of space or wherever they're at. I think they have evolved to make sure that they can survive and live wherever they're at. But I think they're more similar to us than the gray little people that we think they are. Right?
And yes, I do think that. Bertha says, and yes, I do think they have sex with humans. Now, depending on how that alien evolved in that environment, if it came here, that sex might be pretty kinky. What if they have like 4 penises or like tentacles or some shit?
They may even start a whole new website.
Stop watching anime, Deana.
Anime is pretty bad.
What you're talking about. Some of it is a little kooky. Yeah.
Well, it makes you wonder if they are truly abducting all these people. I've listened to some of these interviews of people that have been abducted, and for me, it's funny because it seems to draw from the same lines. Everything is said similar to the other person. It almost sounds like that person's just repeating what they heard maybe on some TV show of what happened to them. There's no discrepancies in the stories of how they've been abducted, how they were treated up there. It's always a probe. Well, I got probed, man. They stuck this big silver tube up my ass. I was like, why would aliens fly all the way over here, come to us, abduct you, and then stick a metal tube up your ass? That's all I want to know. I don't think there's anything other than the proctologist looking for polyps in there. There's no other reason for any other doctor to go up in there. So what is the secret to life? Is it through our butthole? That's what I want to know. Kevin, your thoughts?
I think they're trying to figure out what we're eating.
Through the butthole. Okay, can they do that through the stomach?
Maybe the soul is in there.
The soul. That's possible. The soul. Kevin's going straight to hell, baby. Where's the soul hidden? Tell us, Lord.
It's in my
ass. Kinks are non-traditional sexual interests or behaviors that divert from societal norms. That is what a kink is. So go ahead, Kevin. Give me I'm gonna fuck with Kevin all night because he's been gone. Kevin, what is normal sex? I want everyone to describe normal sex. So I'm going to start with Kevin. So you two get ready. Right. What is considered normal sex?
Whatever 2 consenting adults decide to do with one another.
That's normal sex.
Good answer.
Good answer. Safe answer. Safe answer. I need specifics.
Yeah, I mean, but there's no real definition of that, right? Because, like, all right, let's go like Christian fundamentalists. They're only going to do missionary because that's the only thing that God says they can do. Yeah. But, like, maybe some people are into doggy style. Maybe some people are into anal. Maybe some people are into beating each other up. Maybe some people are into pouring John Tringali sex candle wax all over each other.
So, like, sold separately with probe. Probe is sold separately.
Trademarked.
Trademark.
So I mean, like whatever they want to do, I don't think you can call anything normal because there is no normal when it comes to things like that because it's all subjective.
Yeah, it's spontaneous. It's just whatever comes to your head at that moment. I think that's how I am. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's that, but I think like when you have a partner that you've been with for a while, like you fall into a rhythm and you have like the regular shit that you do and you have the not so regular shit that you do.
Regular sex.
And that's going to be different for every couple.
Yeah, that's true. I get it. But what do you think society thinks? There you go. I'm going to change the question. What do you think society thinks is normal sex?
Right now in 2025?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
I mean, okay. All right. So you got like,
it depends on what decade I ask Kevin. If it's the 60s, it's just clean normal sex.
Well, a lot of hair, a lot of like
need a weed whacker in there.
Like now, like all right, you like some shaved people. I'm getting visions of shaved people, completely hairless. Lots of documents being signed for consent.
Yeah. Can I touch you? Can I touch you now? Is it okay if I touch you? Is it okay if I kiss you on the neck?
But then, like, I mean, they're pretty much trying to, play out a porn. So like reverse cowgirl, anal, 69, DP. If they got a friend, Eiffel Towers. Like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah. And Deana, I mean, it's going what they consider a social norm could also be different depending on what age you are. So, like Kevin's saying, I think when you're younger, you want to experiment more. As you get older, you're just like, hey, let's get this over with. We got 15 minutes before the kids get here. I only need like 3 minutes and then I got to take a shower. So let's go. But
you get older and some of those positions aren't as doable anymore.
Yeah. Like you want to do the reverse cowboy? Are you crazy, bitch?
Oh man, I got it. Where is Shaq when you need a new Icy Hot commercial? So you can get in those positions that you couldn't before.
Yeah.
Who wants to pitch that to Stormy Daniels to be the new rep for Icy Hot?
For Icy Hot?
Yeah.
He's like,
I might have to patent the Icy Hot with the wax. I'll be like a kit. By the end of the show, we'll have a kit we're going to be selling.
Icy Hot and lube. We got to throw lube in there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get where I'm going. When you're younger, I think like let's take out the first time because I don't care how much porn you watched or how much experience you think you've gotten from your buddies. You're not ready. It's sloppy.
No.
It's sloppy sex. And
there's no amount of preparing that gets you ready.
Yeah. You're like, wait, are we supposed to move together, separate? How's this all? Unless you get lucky and you get one or the other that's a little more experienced than the other one. If you get lucky, but if it's two virgins, I don't care how much porn you watched. I don't care how much advice you got from your parents or your sex ed counselor. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be disgusting.
Whatever it's the guy's first time, it's a lot of, is it in? Is it in? Are you sure it's in? Is it in?
Oh, and then right after that one, though, Kevin are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm not hurting you. I'm not hurting you, am I? Are you okay? Is it in? Is it in? I'm not. I've been that guy. Are you okay? Am I hurting? Am I hurting? You don't know. You're just like kind of sitting there. It's not a normal thing. Let's be honest. For your first time, you're like thinking, I got to stick it where? In here? All right. Is it? It's just a weird thing, and nobody has rhythm. There's no rhythm there. There is no rhythm. She's running around, screaming and trying to,
running around. I hope not.
Does it hurt?
Wait, stop! Hold on.
Or use the icy.
Never use
Don't use icy hot or Vengeance lube. That could be really bad.
Maybe we want to keep that out of the pellets separately. Why did you mark the bottles as the same size?
Yeah. Hey Becky, it's not just John. I have cohorts tonight. They're the ones that are getting me in trouble tonight.
It's supposed to smell like Wait, all right, and let's not forget about the weird farts.
Oh yeah.
That's God.
Oh,
like,
hey.
People start getting wet, or you push a little bit of air in there.
Yeah.
Oh, the first time a boy hears a queef.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget, you might get a squirter, and if you're not prepared for that, it could be it could traumatize a 15-year-old boy. That could traumatize him.
Piss on me?
Oh my God!
What the hell? What is this? What is all this?
Let's not forget the premature ejaculation factor.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's how babies are
made.
Are
you okay? Are you? Sorry.
Seriously.
She looks over. The fucking commercial's not even finished yet, and he's done.
That's 14 seconds of his life up until this point.
Oh my goodness! All right, Deana, give me your version of just what society thinks is normal sex. What do you think society thinks is normal sex?
I would have to refer back to Kevin's question we're talking about right now.
Kevin's our expert.
2025 seems to be full of a lot more ass eating than I recall in my younger years.
There's a lot of ass now.
A lot of tossing salads out there.
There's a lot of tossing salads out
sides.
There. Yeah. On both sides, yeah.
Yes, on all the sides. Everybody's tossing the salad.
Everybody's eating ass.
So me and my brother were driving home from the mall, and we were and all of a sudden this car, my brother goes, look at the back of that car. I look over, and in big letters on the back of the freaking windshield on the back, I eat ass.
Hell yeah.
Like in big bold letters. And I'm like, well, I mean,
it's a selling point now.
Public
that's a selling point.
If there's a market to sell that bumper sticker, then I'm pretty sure it's popular.
No. Not a bumper sticker. This was the whole back window.
The whole back window.
Oh, letters.
I can see kids.
Hey, Mom. I was dying the whole way home, but we were like in big letters.
I can see some kid in his car. Hey, Mom, where do we get ass at? It looks like that guy really likes it. They got that at Chick-fil-A?
Hey, Mom, what does I eat ass mean?
Yeah. Is that come in a meal? Does it come in a meal? Do I dare ask Morgan? Morgan,
out there eating donkeys, son.
Go to Mexico. You'll see all kinds of stuff there. Morgan, the youngest one of our group, what is considered in society as normal sex?
Well, if we're going by today's standards, then I would have to concur with D on that. Yeah, no, it's an odd thing. I mean, now just asking again, it's kind of like what Kevin said, like, well, what's actually like normal? Because everyone has their own version of what's normal and what's
that's the thing. That's
not normal.
That's why I find this statement completely stupid, because what society finds normal. Well, fuck, we're all different. We have all different personalities, different wants and needs, and
that's what you figure out with your partner, essentially.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. This theory suggests that kinks can be learned through associations between natural stimulants and pleasurable experiences. For example, a person who experiences arousal from being tied up may develop a kink for bondage. So when I was researching this, I'm sorry, I've read that all kind of fucked up. I'm squinting, but from what I understand is a lot of these fetishes and kinks that we have go all the way back to our childhood. Like something happened during our childhood that made these things made those things sexual to us and made us aroused at some point in time. You good with that theory?
That's interesting. How do you go from no, Daddy, don't hit me to yes, Daddy, spank me again?
I don't think it usually works that way. But...
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something in that psychology.
I don't know where the daddy
I think it's like way more subtle than that. Like, one day your mom slaps a bowl of Cheerios out of your dad's hands, and all of a sudden you're like,
Your fucking Cheerios.
John Bercali's sex scandal sounds like a good idea.
It says the theory suggests that kinks can be influenced by observating. My tongue hurts.
Jesus, take your time, but the rest of us are immortal.
For example, a person who witnesses a sexual explicit scene involving a particular kink may develop an interest in it.
I don't like this. I don't like this article at all, because this is kind of like the implication in the article is like, oh yeah, if your parents are terrible parents, you're gonna have kinks, and that's fucked up too.
I'm going to copy this and send it right here to my private chat. And Deana, can you open up a tab?
Yeah, hang on one second.
and I was on number 3. I'm going to let Deana read those.
Stoner read it. Social learning theory. This theory suggests that kinks can be influenced by observing and imitating others. For example, a person who witnesses a sexually explicit scene involving a particular kink may develop an interest in it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
I feel like it's kind of, it's kind of like, well, if you don't know about it and then you see it, it's kind of like, well, I mean, yeah, there's a chance either you're
intrigued
like
by it
or you're not. Like,
yeah, I could see where you could be intrigued by it, but I guess some people can be aroused by something like that. I don't know. And what is considered being aroused at 8 years old? You know what I mean? That's why I don't get this. You've seen it when you were a child. When you're 8, you don't know nothing about that. Unless, you've been fed Pornhub and, porn sites from the age of 5.
Then in that case, we have a lot more to worry about.
You're not going to understand that that's something that should be, what I'm saying is, I don't think an 8-year-old understands that feeling as being aroused. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not a fucking doctor, but Kevin, your thoughts?
I mean,
go ahead, Deana.
I was going to say, I mean, if we're breastfed, will we not want boobies when we get older?
I know men do. I know we can't get away from those.
I myself don't mind a good pair of boobies.
Like a good pair of boobies full of milk. Kevin, your breast theory.
I'm sorry, I was reading an article. What's the question? I was reading this psychology article on kinks.
Your question again to Kevin with breastfeeding?
Oh, if you were breastfed as a baby, would you not enjoy boobies more as an adult? Is that too general of a statement?
How many people do we know that haven't been breastfed that don't enjoy boobs?
Yeah,
just a nipple. That's a good study.
Just a nipple.
Just the
tip. Just a good nipple. Yeah, that's all I need. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can. It's going to touch on some other ones, but there's like one that they talked about, like you accidentally saw someone getting dressed, and that now becomes your fetish. You need to watch people get dressed, or something that they're wearing, whether it's lingerie or pantyhose or stockings or whatever. Now that becomes your kink, your fetish, that you have to have that in your sexual exploits to make sure you get to where you need to be.
Sure. What about like a nurse's fetish if you were injured as a child? Of course. I thought that one might intrigue you. If you're small and injured and a really nice nurse takes care of you, that might give you a nurse fetish.
All right, but then let's go to the other end of that. Like, so explain like suspension then.
That one's tough.
Or like sounding, or like all of the crazy ones.
Yeah, the AMSR. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. That's like, why is that? To me, I don't get how that is something that could get someone off or get them aroused by.
What, ASMR?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's mostly for people that have like issues like with their senses, like autistic people and stuff like that, like auditory and stuff like that really affects them on a different level than other people with normal brain function. Yeah, I shouldn't even say normal, just like standard brain function.
Yeah, that one's weird to me. I mean, what happened to the good old fantasy about the sexy librarian? You know what I mean, Kevin? They need to bring back the sexy librarian. John,
you're trying so hard.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe if we bury it in a cave for 3 days, it'll come back.
It'll come back. And Farm Bam. Food, that's another one. I don't get that. I don't get how that's a fetish. Me and Deana are laughing because we're going straight to Seinfeld on this one with the pastrami. I mean, but for me, it's just like that. I'm trying to think, like, everyone that I've ever had sex with, how or when I could have incorporated food, and there's just never a moment there like I would be like, God, it would be great if I had a ham and cheese sandwich right now while I was doing it. It just doesn't go.
Not what I thought you meant when you said incorporating food, John, but okay.
I mean, I can't. And I'm sure there's some psychiatrist has a theory on why food and sex are a thing for certain people, but I can't get it. I can't get it. I mean, look, I don't mind. Yeah.
What about like the being tied up, or like people being into like light impact play, or like choking? Like, oh man, like that means that those people had to have been abused to get into those kinks.
Yeah, see, that's the theory too. Is a lot of times that Luke, whipped cream, that doesn't count. That's not food. Whipped cream, chocolate, hot wax, hot candle wax from John's Candle Wax Services. That's all good.
Troncali chocolate flavored sex candle.
Yeah. We're gonna make the candle wax edible.
Jesus.
Kevin, notes for our product. We make the candle wax edible. So after it melts, it's edible. So we're going places. We're going.
It's marinara flavored.
No.
Make it cheese flavored.
It's a good Parmesan.
Yeah, some of those people smell like cheese. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into all those. Go ahead, go get into the next one there, Deana. I think what do you want? Number 4?
Cognitive appraisal. Yeah. I gotta stop laughing before I can read. Cognitive appraisal. Stop it. This theory emphasizes the role of thoughts and beliefs in shaping kinks. Individuals with certain cognitive biases, such as heightened sensitivity to pain or desire for control, may be more likely to develop kinks that involve these elements.
That's what Kevin brought up. That's just, to me, it's like, how do you go from there? Obviously something's going on in your brain that stimulates you. Everyone gets aroused and stimulated, and chemicals, whatever, I can't remember the name of it, that goes through into your head to give you that feeling. Serotonin, may be associated to some people with pain, correct? It's just kind of weird. I mean, I don't mind a good paddle, but
the nervous system is really complex. So
well, I mean, it's kind of like the thing where it's like, if I'm getting like a tattoo done, like the pain of getting a tattoo done is not like,
baby.
Okay, not quite like that. But like the whole concept of like, it's not, Luke, like dopamine, serotonins, something, one of the happy chemicals,
Yeah. I mean, and look, I'm not, everyone has their thing. I mean, I'm not saying you're strange or crazy. That's your thing. It's just,
trying to figure out how to make the connection. Though.
Right. Yeah. It's just weird. I mean, even the tying up thing, okay. That has a lot to do with trust. So for me, I would really, really have to trust that person that they were going to do something to me that I didn't want them to do. like the aliens with the 8-foot fucking silver pearl.
Imagine that Jesus is afraid of being tied up again.
Hallelujah! Don't tie me up.
I'm dead. I love it.
I just bless myself.
Out if he sees a nail.
I bless myself before you tie me
up. Many padre.
Yeah, Peter, stay away from the bunghole. Amen. Yeah, I mean, for me, that's it. That's the only thing that would keep me from being tied up. I think it's being tied up would be kind of kinky, but I would have to really, really, really trust that person. And that they're going to respect my safe word, pineapple, which is pineapple. Pineapple, when I say pineapple, that means stop. That you're in the no zone. There's no zone area. Or, do whatever you're doing may not be something I enjoy. And that's what sex is about. You're having sex because you enjoy having sex, and it's fun having sex, and it's, it does all these other things. It's healthy for you. It's healthy, clears your mind, clears your soul, clears all that stuff. So I just, for me, going from those happy things and being, sexually aroused and all this other stuff, from seeing the guy that wants to be, probed and spanked and all this other stuff to get there. And it's like, buddy, I don't have that much trouble getting there. So if you need all these things to happen to get there, you might need to see somebody, man. That's all I'm saying.
They just need a very special snowflake in their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's people out there that have I don't know if it's a disease or if it's or some sort of DNA thing or in your body, but they have no threshold. The threshold of pain is super high. They don't feel pain. You could stick them with needles and all this other stuff, and they just don't feel that stuff. But
that is a disorder.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called, but that's a nerve disorder.
Yeah.
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 It's a really bad one too.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah. I mean, even it's not in the same field, but when my ex-father-in-law had got burned, his arms got burned, he had skin grafts put on his arms, and he would cut himself, working on something, and he wouldn't even know he was bleeding. He literally could sit there and just bleed out, and he wouldn't even know.
Those nerves are dead.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
so it's insane. But let's get back to probes. What's
next?
All you people with your long ass safe words. I want you to say this shit with a ball gag in your mouth.
All right, yeah, that's good though, Luke. Everyone in the chat that's watching, give us your safe word. We want to know what you say. Deana, what is your safe word?
Rutabaga.
Oh, that's too hard. Jesus Christ.
You're never going to accidentally use it wrong.
That is true. You're not going to be, as your partner, you're not going to be like, what the fuck? Where do you want?
Also, then it's an inside joke when you're in public. You can just yell, rutabaga.
Oh, wait, public? Deana, what have you been doing?
No, I'm like, if you're in a relationship and you're getting in an argument or you see somebody doing something stupid, you can just yell rutabaga, and it's now an inside joke.
Kevin, what is Kevin's safe word?
Kevin doesn't have a safe word.
He doesn't. Kevin's open. He's got a board to list of things. He just checks them off as he goes by.
Yeah. I got a bucket list. I don't have safe words.
I don't safe words.
I'm pretty sure
there it is.
Kevin said, "I'll try anything twice." That's a Kevin quote.
Safe word.
That's right.
Harder.
Yeah, twice. Second time to make sure I don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Public. What's going on? What are you doing at the parks?
That's not what I meant. Sorry.
Morgan. What is?
Deana's going to get put on a list.
Don't have one.
Don't have one. All right. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Deana, what is the next one?
Evolutionary psychology. This theory suggests that kinks may have evolved as adaptive mechanisms. For example, some kinks, such as sadism, may have been beneficial for survival in ancestral environments.
Kevin, your thoughts, Kevin.
I don't know why. I immediately tied like evolution to anal. I'm like, I better let this tiger fuck me in the ass or I'm dead.
Everything is anal, dude. Who's to say Adam? Who's to say Adam didn't go for that hole first? He didn't know.
I mean, if it was his first time, he might have got there accidentally.
He's like looking. He goes, I got one hole here, one hole here, one hole here, two here. I got to stick it somewhere. I mean, he didn't know. God didn't stand there on his side, tapping him on the shoulder. It's like, no, that hole right there, that hole right there. He didn't do that.
I'm just imagining a caveman laying down with his ass up, like this tiger's gonna fuck me or I'm dead.
Oh, well, I'm sure. Well, nature had to help the cavemen out. I'm sure that the cavemen actually watched animals doing it and saying, okay, because I think that doggy style had to have been the first position. It had to be the first.
Oh, missionary, probably.
Yeah, you think it was missionary?
Yeah,
we should do. I'm going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll on the family page. I don't know how many people will contribute to that poll. What are you guys thinking, chat? What are you guys thinking? What was the first position? What position did Adam place Eve in? It could have been the other way. She could have raped him. There's a possibility of that too. I got a rib from this guy, so
I'm gonna take the rest.
And she did. After we're done having sex, I suggest you eat this apple.
You know you're hungry after.
You know you're hungry after sex. There's an apple of knowledge. See, fanboy went doggy. I think it's doggy.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm changing my answer.
Yeah, I think like the cavemen were watching, like, what were the names of the mammoths? And they're like, look at that. He just got up on the top of the back of the other mammoth and just started. I'm thinking that's how they thought sex was.
Yeah, I don't think humans needed to watch anything to have sex, though. That's definitely like an evolutionary biological impetus that we have no control over.
Have to reproduce.
Yeah, it's embedded in us. But it's still like, how do I do it? You
don't have to be taught how to breathe
like this.
Yeah. With God's up there like this.
It's just light coming out of a hole.
Yeah, God is French now. Yeah,
You stick it in the hole.
In the hole. No, not that hole. Not that hole. That is a sin. That's a sin. Oh, good. Did you want to touch on that anymore? Anybody else have any on trauma and abuse? Was that which one we were on? Number 6?
Yeah. Number 5. No, we were on number 5.
We're getting to the good
evolutionary. We're getting to the good ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read this one, and I gotta go get a piece of pizza because I'm starving.
Pizza and sex. Pineapple. Winnebago. Oh, not Winnebago. What was it? I said Winnebago. That's not your.
John, that's your new safe word.
Winnebago. That's in Winnebago, woman. You can't put the Johnny Wax there. Go away.
Put the Johnny Wax on the old Winnebago.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Number 6.
But the problem is, if you ever watch the new guy work with pipes and try to fit pipes together, it's a fucking mess. That's why I'm saying, yeah, sure, sex was probably second nature to us, but I don't think we were like, yeah, it goes there. I think honest to God, I'm not being a pig here, I think he flipped her around a few times. He's like, okay, that's that. There's that.
I think we had to know where it goes. Otherwise, we die and don't make any more.
Well, I mean, eventually he figured out where to put it, but but I'm just saying, I think he messed around with a few holes before he found the one he wanted. I think he kind of flipped it around a little bit.
I honestly think all the messing around came after.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, after they did it. Now,
I think I don't think there, like in ancient man, there was no such thing as blowjobs because we only knew how to have.
Yeah, there was no fucking cuddling either. You're like, and you're
done. You just hit her in the head with a club and you went out on.
I go hunt now. I go hunt. I'll be back. You clean cave. You clean cave. You clean cave. Here, animal, cut clean. You guys are all bad.
Sure are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was some. I think he flipped her around a few times. I think he looked at the ass and said, maybe, and then just turned her over. Oh, there's that. Who knows? Did Eve, was she fully bushed or no bush? We don't know. We don't know.
She had a leaf.
She had a leaf. She had the leaf. We know the leaf, but we don't know what was under the leaf.
Tell me again, John, how many ancient razors have we found from that time?
They're out there. They're out. Well, you got to remember, God created her. So, did he go full on 70s bush, or did he go?
Are you saying that pubic hair is a sin, John?
No, it's not. It's not a sin. I'm just saying he created her. So he could have
but if Eve didn't have pubic hair, then it must be a sin because it came after the tree of knowledge.
Okay. Pubic hair came after the tree of knowledge. All right, got it.
God punished them by making them have pubic hair.
You bush there. And then he burned a few bushes.
He's like, oh, you're so ashamed of being naked? Guess what?
Here you go. You walk around with this. What do I do? You can't even. No, I'm not going to get myself in trouble. Get away from the bush, John. That's the first you hear that from me. All right. What was number 6?
Number 6 is trauma and abuse. Some kinks may develop as coping mechanisms for traumatic experiences. For example, a person who has experienced sexual abuse may develop a kink for masochism. So if you're raped as a little girl, you might like getting a little extra in the bedroom.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to read that again because the God had the biggest bush statement there threw me off.
God did have the biggest bush. I wasn't paying attention.
God had a burning bush, so he should have gotten that bush out.
And that's when he invented crabs.
Oh, should have seen somebody for that shit.
Oh dear Lord!
Oh yeah, this is why this show's never getting monetized.
Nope, never. Nobody's paying us.
I don't know. If everybody listened to this show, they'd be laughing.
Hey, we're gonna get. Me and Kevin are starting. We'll sponsor the show ourselves when the hot wax starts selling like crazy.
Right.
We're gonna.
That's right.
Money. Go ahead. Read that one again because we missed it.
Come on, let's do the sexual abuse again.
Some kinks develop as a coping mechanism for traumatic experiences. So a person who has experienced sexual abuse may develop a kink for masochism.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, too, like when someone is in that situation in their lives, there's certain, again, with the chemicals, correct, in the body, the way the body is reacting in that situation, and it may stimulate some sort of arousement to them. So they need that, like in their everyday sexual experiences, and it's kind of a sad thing.
I mean, but do you? I don't know. This whole article paints kinks in such a bad light. Like,
I think so.
Does that really need to be a thing? Like, do you have to be abused in order to be a masochist? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. I think this was written by a bishop or a priest.
Because it's like like how do you draw that mental link between something terrible like that, and then it's like they don't really explain exactly what the psychology behind it really even is. They just say, well, if this happens, then this is likely to happen. It's like, well, but why?
Why? Well, too,
Like,
a lot of
how
times,
does that,
a lot of times those people are also repeat offenders. So, I think that's more important to look into why they become the abusers, go from being the abusers to the abusees. So, that to me, maybe that's tied into the sexual thing too, as well, right? It's got to be possible.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know what the numbers are that people that are abused end up being abusers as well to others as they get older, but I'm sure those numbers are pretty high.
Eileen Warnos.
What pizza eating? Winnebago.
It's a 5 cheese stuffed crust.
Oh.
Eileen Warnos, serial killer who was abused and raped as a child, ran away from home and became a serial killer. She would prostitute, she would pick up men, and if they touched her wrong, she would kill them.
Yeah.
It's a prime example.
It's
gross.
Luke's got a question for you, Deana. It's a sexual thing. She's blocking.
Is that better? Like, what do you want?
He's like, hey, stop. I got cheese in my
gross. I got cheese.
Like, that's why we're never getting monetized.
Women do that because they're like, stop. I got cheese in my mouth.
I do. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
Winnebago. Number 7.
Number 7 is developmental factors. Kinks can also be influenced by early childhood experiences and developmental factors. Individuals who are exposed to certain sexual stimuli or had unusual experience during their formative years may be more likely to develop kinks later in life.
Okay, I get that one.
Very vague, but yes.
Yeah, I can kind of get that one. Like, well, maybe, I don't know. Kevin, your thoughts?
I mean, look, that again, like we kind of touched on this one. Like, I think as a child, there's a real there's a narrow window where you're getting to be that age right before your hormones start kicking in, where like some of that stuff, like if you walk in on like the cute neighbor girl changing or whatever, like, so maybe now you have a kink about like clothes or lingerie or like something forbidden. Like, sure, I can see how that would happen. Yes.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I mean, it's just for if you're at that age where you still kind of understand what's going on as far as what's sexy, what's not sexy. I don't know what age. I mean, you can't compare me as an adolescent in the late 70s, early 80s to the adolescent today, because their theory of what is sexy to them at that age is going to be a lot different than it was for me. I think we grew up with a generation where movies did show a lot more than they do today. Now today, you're lucky if you see a boob or you see an ass or you see any of that stuff in
what movies are you watching?
I would disagree with that.
You think there's more? But you know what I know?
Have you ever watched Game of Thrones? That was on cable.
Yeah, right.
That
show was nothing but sucking and fucking.
Yeah, maybe it's
and murder.
I mean, I remember the movies in the 80s, being more. I felt like they got away with a little more than they did today. I think today to get to us, for it to be, for the rating reasons, I'm saying though, maybe like a PG-13 is a lot different back then than a PG-13 today, or a rated R back then.
Like, you can say fuck in a PG-13 movie now once. That was never a thing back then.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I'm wrong.
I would. Well, and even now too, with like, I've just heard like what's like a right
on the Scrambled channel.
Cinemax.
Right.
I mean,
it's almost
and now like graphic novels are really like popular now with like younger like generation. So like I feel like it's kind of one of those things where like, especially now, I feel like the exposure to stuff is a lot more widespread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, especially.
I mean, John, seriously, we all grew up without the fucking internet. Kids now have it from the minute that they can access a computer or a phone.
Yeah. I had to find it.
Sex is in their face 24/7, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, they're hit with it all day long now. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you have a cell phone, you can find access to it.
I think the only thing that's different about like the entertainment industry now than back in the day is that
for consent first before they show them their penis.
no, that's why people are still getting arrested and getting canceled, John, but that's okay. I think now, like you used to see back in like the 70s and the 80s, every once in a while you'd get a movie that has that X rating.
Yeah.
And I think now you almost never see a movie that gets an X rating because it's never going to make it as a commercially viable product.
Right. Yeah. Most of the not networks, but the studios try to stay away from the R because they know that R is going to limit their audience. So if they can try to stay in that PG-13 realm, they can bring both ages in. Go ahead, Deana.
Well, and now even with R-rated, I mean, I've heard of a lot of like younger kids now, like their parents will be like, yeah, we'll go to like the rate. I mean, more now than like when I was, younger. It wasn't even as common then for, like kids to go to like rated R movies. Now it seems a lot more common that parents are like, yeah, it's fine if they see, because you still have to have your parents,
Yeah.
they still have to be with you, but it seems like now it's a lot more, common now.
Luke brings up a good. I made that Luke's statement there made me think back at all the movies that would not get made today from the 80s and how the ratings would change.
There's been a huge cultural change between the 80s and today.
Well, shit, they attacked Valley Girl. Or not Valley Girl, 16 Candles, saying that was
like my favorite one to think about is True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
like that movie's never getting made in this day and age with how badly they treated like brown people with like terrorism and shit like
Tropical Thunder. I just watched it yesterday. Tropical Thunder will not get made today.
I don't know. Tropical Thunder gets a pass in most circles,
but it wouldn't be made today.
Tropical Thunder. It's Tropic Thunder. We're talking like
Tropic Thunder. Yeah. What you mean, you people? No, man. What you mean, you people?
I just watched that movie like 2 weeks ago. That's too funny.
Yeah, it'd be weird to go back and just go through all those movies from the 80s and just Weird Science. That wouldn't get a PG-13 today. There's no way. The shower scene with them getting in the shower with her,
was there nipple in that though?
Oh yeah, there was nipple in that.
Yeah, there was nipple on that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yes, I don't think that would not get a PG-13. Just the fact that two boys got in a shower with an older woman, it would not fly. It would be rated R.
No, tell me what parent is going to send their kid into that movie. No, you're not.
You want to go see Weird Science? They make a sex robot.
No. Those are the movies where if you have like dumb parents, you're like, hey, me and my friend want to go see this movie. And then you don't tell them anything about it. Like you lie what the plot of the movie is about.
and then you quote lines from the movie during dinner with your parents. What movie's that from? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Well, here, let's take this movie, for instance, Porky's. No way that gets made here today. Porky's does not get made.
all that stuff.
Yeah, Porky's 2, 3, whatever number they got up to. There's no way that gets done today, dude. Animal House. Animal House
gets made.
That's pretty clean.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
Blazing Saddles would never.
Blazing Saddles, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's so good.
I just had like every scene from that movie just flashed through my head when you said it. Dude. I'm like, nope.
Nope.
You can't say that line right there.
So I think
I don't know. I think all those Mel Brooks movies get made. I think they do.
Not blazing for
maybe.
sure. Not Blazing Saddles. There's no way.
Blazing Saddles
way.
would be 10 minutes long if they remade it now.
They
would have to edit
some group would fight that movie.
There's no way.
Go ahead, Deana. What's the next one? Ooh, I like the next one.
Okay, sorry.
Number 9. Are we on 9?
I thought we were on 8. Personality traits.
Oh yeah, personality traits. Yeah.
Certain personality traits such as sensation seeking, openness to experience, and neuroticism have been linked to an increased likelihood of engaging in kinks. So if you're a little neurospicy, you might endure a little spicy.
Certain personality traits. What are they? Which traits are they talking about? Personality trait. We all have personality traits, like
being exactly open to new things. It's like, well, no.
Yep. Shit. Exactly. If you're a very walled up person that doesn't want to try new things, you might not be very.
Oh, okay. I see.
I bet you the narcissists are into sexual worship
again.
Guarantee you, the narcissist and the sociopath.
They're the ones that have like the beds installed above their mirror.
They're the ones that order in cases of the Johnny Sex Wax candles.
Cases.
Baby oil from Costco, you know.
Yeah. Bulk,
what is this? P. Diddy party?
1,000 bottles. I don't need one bottle. I need 1,000 bottles of baby oil, baby.
This isn't Diddy's house. Okay?
Oh man.
No.
Little diddy.
No, John would have way more dildos on his back shelf.
No dildos in my room, damn it. No. They'll stay out. Even the beads too, ladies. No beads in my room. No beads.
No plugs.
No remote control cock rings either. I don't trust you ladies. Do not trust you ladies.
What's wrong with a remote control cock ring?
John, you said no beads. Are you afraid of rolled R's?
Yeah. I'm afraid of this.
No butt beads. Got it.
I am not a lawnmower. I
know what to get him for Christmas.
No. That's me going. Whoa. Gentle. That's when I start speaking foreign languages, eh? That's when some of my French comes out. What are you doing?
Yes, no,
I went French to Spanish right there. I went French to Spanish. That's how scared I am. The beads come out. Number 9. Get that cheese out of your mouth. You thought you never hear that, right?
There's no way to not sound gross, but it was really thick. Couldn't swallow it. It was so thick.
Swallow that cheese.
Thick and ropey.
Swallow that cheese, girl. That cheese.
Don't you hate it when it gets stuck in like the back of your throat and it's not all the way swallowed? Oh my god!
My uvula.
Hey, don't waste that cheese.
No, I got it all. We're good.
You got it all in there.
Excuse me. Cultural and social influences. Cultural norms, social expectations, and media portrayals can also influence the development and expression of kinks. Like if you're seeing a lot of cleavage, never going to give.
Yeah, that's if you
I don't know. I keep going back to boobs because I like boobs.
I can only ask Kevin this question, but I like if you're walking down the street and you see cleavage, are you aroused, or do you need more than that?
No, I'm not aroused.
Not
by cleavage. No,
I like cleavage, but I'm not like, oh yeah.
I like cleavage as much as the next guy, but I'm not like hiding a boner because I saw.
Yeah, instant boner. Yeah. Oops, wee. Well, I might as well ask Deana. Deana, do you get excited when you see cleavage? You walking down the street and you see some cleavage? Yeah.
I will be the first one of my friends to call out boobies in a movie with boobies in it.
Okay. Morgan, cleavage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was the most non-committal I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll admit, all right, so some more commitment, here. So I forget where I think it was on Instagram. There was a real really really pretty girl, right? And they do the these like dance things or whatever. Oh god. Okay.
No.
But yeah, and then it was like a jump cut, where she was in like normal clothes and then transitioned to a bikini. Yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, ooh, all right. All right. Like I was like,
so you guys got it easy though, man. You guys don't have an erection to hide. You can be aroused and excited by seeing boobies. And if a poor guy, if he gets to that point, he can't hide that shit unless he tapes it in the morning. Because he knows he's going to see some cleavage, then take that shit up.
See, at that point, if there's a problem,
if there's a guy getting boners from seeing cleavage, he's got bigger problems than
he's got a little bit of a problem. Dude. He's the kind of guy that's ordering Johnny's sex wax. That's not.
He's the kind of guy that's like, "Is it in yet? Oh, sorry.
Oh, did I hurt you? Is it hurt? Are you okay? You okay? You want to move this? You need to move. Do you need a pillow? You need a pillow? Oh, I love that one. Do you need a pillow? You need a pillow? Forgot about that one. Which one are we on?
That was it. That was
Bruce.
the last one.
Bruce, we miss you, Bruce.
Yeah, we miss you, Bruce. We could have had some fun with you tonight. What is Bruce?
Don't say it like that.
Yeah, don't go nowhere, Bruce, because we're going to ask the audience what their fetish is by the end of the show. What number are we on? We did the number 9.
That was it. That was number 9. That was the last one.
There's a link in the chat there, private chat. Click on that one.
Open it. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, that one's a good one, man. We're really going to get deep now.
Sadism and masochism. Oh boy.
Sadism and masochism, bondage and submission.
Yeah, we're getting into
the dominance.
We're getting into the handcuffs now, boys and girls.
Oh my God, they got furries on here.
This show might end up we might have to take this in the next episode because this is going to take a deep dive.
Man, you know what time it is? It's peanut butter jelly time.
It's always peanut butter jelly time. Baby.
Does anybody have a peanut
when
butter?
Dudes dress up like puppies and fuck each other?
Wait, Kevin gets this. Where is it? I got it somewhere here. Oh, wait, is it? Which one is it? Oh, you can't hear it anyway. Never mind. I'm running the show here, people. I'm running the show here. Don't hit the table, John.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Give everybody the title of our next episode or our next segment.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I'm trying.
The psychology. Why is it not stopping? Oh,
you got the loop. You got the loop button hit. Winnebago.
Sorry.
Rutabaga.
Okay. There, no more loop. The psychology behind 5 common sexual fetishes.
Here we go. You want me to share the screen as you read it? That way, it kind of makes us small. But hold on here.
I'm okay with that. Put us on a side panel.
There you are.
Can it highlight what I'm reading? That'd be really cool. We don't have that.
Yeah. Do you want to read this part first and then get into the first one, or are you going to read the? Read the statement first. The first paragraph.
We're talking about sex a lot more these days. And as we become more comfortable talking about sex, it's not surprising that sexual interests are becoming a more common topic. One of those topics is fetishes and kinks. In everyday terms, a fetish is a fixation on an object or body or even some type of act that someone gets sexual enjoyment from. If you read this last article on 10 common sexual fetishes explained, you might have some familiarity with different kinks. Yeah, I don't care about that, but that's a different article we're not doing today.
Yeah, you get that's just a breakdown of what we're getting into. You want to go right to the first one?
Oh, I'm reading this whole thing?
No, well, you got to discuss it. You could break it down, read it real quick, and break it down, I guess. I don't know.
Sadism and masochism. This is about pain for pleasure.
Yeah,
I mean, some of it is the inflicting of pain. Some of it is the receiving of pain.
See, this right here, this statement right here, I'll highlight it. That explains it in complete, clear detail.
Gotcha. As the psychology surrounding sadists and masochists, it's not quite clear. Oh, thanks for clearing
that. I thought they were going to explain
that up. I'm so glad they wrote this article to explain this. Someone might be interested in sadism as they may feel pleasure and excitement from power, or it may be a coping or defense mechanism for other more intense feelings. For the masochist, there may be a desire to give themselves to their partner, removing responsibility from themselves, especially in these cases when they are overwhelmed with responsibility in their lives outside the bedroom. Oh, so we're talking about doms and subs here a little bit. Whatever the reason, it's important to stress the necessity for respect, consent, trust, and communication in the relationship between the sadist and the masochist.
Oh, so there's got to be consent. Keep that in mind, guys. Consent.
Always consent.
Always consent. Kevin, anything else you want to talk about the masochist?
No, because I think I think the article actually does a pretty good job because like sadism and masochism is all about like giving and letting go of power. But funnily enough, that's what a lot of kinks are about. So
yeah, just letting go.
People.
Yeah, just letting go and
well, I mean, it's letting go or taking control. Depending on what
exactly. It's a shared It's a share of control.
Do you want to be the controllee or the controlled? Deana.
Me? No.
I'm the submissive. I'm definitely the submissive.
Kevin.
I want both. I want
both, baby. Fuck that.
I want to be a switch.
I can switch on you just like that, right in the middle of it. All of a sudden, whoa! What happened here? Give me that paddle. Give me that paddle. I'll show you how to use that paddle.
You're doing it wrong.
What are these soft touch? I want to bleed from my ass. Morgan?
Whoa. Winnebago.
Harder, too hard.
Pineapple.
Yeah,
how about you, Morgan?
The sub for sure.
I kind of with Kevin. I can go both, but I have to start as one and finish, and then maybe next time I switching in the middle would really fuck that person's head.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You have to commit during that session. You can change it a different time.
What are those actors that they call it that get right into their parts?
Character actors.
Method actors.
Yeah, I'm the method actor. It's like, okay, all right, let's do it.
You will only refer to me by my character name.
That's the point, though, right? Like, if kinks and fetishes ultimately come down to like either taking power or giving up control, like you have to be able to go from start to finish.
Yeah, that's me, Luke, right there. Flip a coin. What am I going to be tonight?
That's ridiculous.
Everyone's so horny.
Oh, I guess you get to whip me tonight. And they bring up the thrill seeking mechanism too. I kind of can see that part of being somewhat something needed for certain people to get aroused or to finish, just to have that sense of thrill, like doing it outside, out in public, or sleeping with your best friend's wife, stuff like that kind of stuff.
Well, all right.
Jesus Christ, John, that was a fucking ocean. Banging your friend's wife.
I went from extreme to very extreme. I don't fuck around. There's a window here.
Go big or go home.
But I can see where that like if someone is a thrill seeker, And if they associate that same feeling, whether they're like parachuting, and they have to have that same sense of thrill in sex, that's got to be tough. Because sex, let's be honest, and not every time there are days you're just doing it because you need to get it done. So
Wow.
I don't think everybody thinks the same as you do, John.
I was gonna say that's such a romantic.
It's like you work a 14-hour day, you just get home. It's like, dude, come on, man, what the fuck?
Yeesh.
What am I, a robot?
Right?
Well, no, you wouldn't want to. Well, no, you wouldn't want to be a robot.
You know where I'm going with it. I can see where that could be very difficult for someone that's a thrill seeker that needs to have that sense of adventure and thrill and trying to apply that with sex, and then trying to find a partner that's cool with that shit. Like, oh no, we're not going to have sex in the bedroom. We're going to the fair, and we're going to have sex on the Ferris wheel or on some you know what I mean. Just somewhere where look at Deana's looking at me like, what the hell's wrong? Winnebago, Rutabaga. It'd gotta be tough. All right, go to the next one. This is Kevin's favorite one.
Discipline and dominance.
Oh, yeah.
Playing
no, bondage. We're on bondage.
We're on bondage? I went to
yeah.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
That's why I said Kevin's favorite, bondage.
My bad.
Not a fan.
Apparently, there's two favorites.
Don't you want to be with and spanked? Two kinks that can be used separately or together. But what they achieve for someone in sex can be similar. For someone who enjoys being restrained during sex, there may be enjoyment in letting go. If you're restrained during consensual sex, it means you can focus more on the pleasure that comes from sex. That's actually very true. Not that I know. It's similar for someone who enjoys being submissive. You have to trust your partner to provide the pleasure you're seeking, which allows a submissive to simply enjoy. This is why respect, consent, trust, and communication are so important to any type of bondage or submissive activities. If you don't have them, don't be suspicious. Trust your partner. Enjoy your sexy times. That's how that one is.
Yeah. Anybody want to touch on the bondage?
It's fun.
Submission. It's kind of like the first one we just talked about.
Exactly. It kind of ties into the first one a little bit. I think bondage is a little bit more being tied up, though, over.
Yeah.
Like, somebody that's enjoys pain might not be the same as somebody that enjoys being tied up.
Right. They want to be tied up, but they don't want, they don't want being spanked or, all that other stuff.
Right.
They just want to be tied up while they're doing it. Yeah.
Right. Or like blindfolded. If you're blindfolded, then your other senses are heightened.
Your other senses. Yeah. Oui.
Why is this all French though now? Like,
it's the French. They are known for their love. They're known for their lovers.
I mean, I guess we could do it in German if that makes it happier for you.
Yeah, hearing
German accent still sounds
German accent's not sexy.
Yeah, that shit was awful.
I know nothing. No, but this one here though, because I may be stretching it, but I can see where this could be like a starting point for someone that ends up becoming a masochist or a saint. You know what I'm saying? Where it starts out with it's the bondage and sex, and then it's like all of a sudden, maybe hit me, and there's just kind of
all of a sudden it's Fight Club. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
I want you to tie me up, blindfold me, and slap me around for a little bit.
Wait a minute.
Smack me in the mouth and call me a bitch.
Slap my ass, Luke says. But yeah, you see where I'm going with it, though. I can see how that can go from being just something real simple like being tied up to all of a sudden other toys and other things being involved.
I mean, but there's like, John, you got to remember, there's like a crazy ass range of being tied up too.
Yeah. Oh, correct. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some shit, John.
I've seen some shit too, but I guess.
I used to be in an industrial metal band that
this
played
is a PG-13 show. Jesus says,
tied up and get hung from the ceiling and dumped in a bag of water,
or a swing. Get put on a swing.
Get put on one of them X-Tracks.
And then left there. Fucking just left there. Yeah. Well, the bondage part that they're talking about here, it's probably, you got your handcuffs, you got your ropes, you got, you're still in a position of not being able to make a decision. It's basically all the same thing when it comes to bondage. I mean, you're pretty much, you're at the will of that person. So that's what I'm saying. I think eventually, like anything, the thrill gets worn off. It's just not enough anymore. So that I can see how that person can go from being just normally tied up to, the next time, like, hey, close your fist and punch me in the face a couple of times, and then just,
but every kink doesn't end up there. So there's not always an escalation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I believe you. I trust you, Kevin. I trust you, Kevin.
I'm pretty sure there's a difference between an open-handed tap and a closed-fisted punch.
Hey.
This is a different type of violence. That's got anger behind it.
Well, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It could go from the tie up to the normal slap every now and then, or just fucking, hit my balls with a ruler once or twice to where it's just like
that's not escalation. That's like
that bedroom is escalating. It's escalating.
Those dudes that are into getting stomped on, John. Jesus.
I know. All right, we better
go to next time. Put on high heels and stomp my nuts.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I want my balls where they're at. I'm almost afraid to go to the next one.
Discipline and dominance should be your favorite one. Don't you want to get your hand slapped with a ruler by your librarian?
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I use my you know what as a bookmark.
Why?
You are so extra today.
Are you really ready to learn the Dewey Decimal System just for that?
No, not the Dewey. That could take a long time.
Oh, God.
Just point me out to a good history book. That's all I'm saying.
I think John's into getting his dick smashed in heavy books.
I think he might be.
Pineapple. No. Rutabaker, Woodabo, whatever, wannabe.
Oh, Lord. No. If you can't even remember the word, then that's
that's
scary.
John's going to do well if he ever gets tied up. What was my safe word?
I'm going to do a George Costanza. I'm going to write it on my hand.
You can't feel like a man with a pair of fuzzy handcuffs. You're living life the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, are they pink fuzzy handcuffs?
It don't matter. Strut that shit.
Do they still make yellow pages?
Yellow pages. They sure do.
Oh man. You want to explain the next one? What was that one anyway? Go. Discipline and dominance. Yeah,
playing the role of the dominant partner may have a similar exciting feeling. See where it all kind of ties together. Feeling to the person playing the submissive, although the opposite direction. The excitement can arise from the feeling of power and having control over their partner's pleasure and enjoyment. Being able to be in complete control is what those interested in dominance might find arousing in this type of play. This could be attractive to someone who feels out of control in their own lives. Being able to assume control in the bedroom could provide that sexual and mental balance that they need.
All right, I got a question for you because I think this is a legitimate question. I'm going to try to clean up the show a little bit here. You three are just horrible.
We're about an hour and a half too late.
All right, you got the guy that wants to be tied up and all those things by someone, and he's paying someone to do that to them. Do you think the person that's getting paid is just going through the motions for money, or do you think that person is maybe also have those characteristics of being a masochist? Or what do you think? In your opinion?
I think if you're paying somebody to tie you up for sex, you're about to get robbed.
Well, no, not necessarily. There are professionals out there, Deana. There are professionals out there, but I'm just saying. Do you think
setting yourself up, though, man?
Don't go out and do that. Don't go out and do that unless you use a reputable source and you got someone that But I'm just saying, what do you think that person that is doing the deed? Do you think that person has those characteristics of being a master, or do you think she or he, let's equal opportunity employer here, he or she is just going through the motions? If
you're doing it for money, I'm sure you're so desensitized at that point. You're doing it for the money.
We're doing it for the money.
Yeah, you're not trying to get feelings out of that person. That's not, you don't want a true connection. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, she'll be here right after the show. What do you think, Kevin?
Honestly, I'd like, just like Luke brought up, like, I don't think you become a dominatrix unless you enjoy your job.
Yeah.
Because I think that is especially one of those things that as a human being, like, people can tell if you're half-assing it, if you're not into it. Like, and people,
I can see the dude in the mask turning around going, I don't think you're feeling it tonight, man. Come on, get with it.
You don't think a dominatrix, though, is like a character that they play? I mean, a dominatrix is still their job. They're going to have bad days.
Yeah. I think a little bit of what you're saying, Deana, may hold true to some of them, but I think what Kevin's saying, I think that person, you got to have a stomach for that, for one. I mean, even if you're getting paid for that, I think you still have to have some kind of screw loose in your head to be wanting to do something like that all the time. So I kind of get where Kevin's saying, where I think maybe there's a little bit of that in that person. And it's helping them maybe get through their sexual frustration, being able to do those things to someone else, is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm sure there are a few of them that are just doing it for the $500 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Morgan?
And why isn't everybody doing it?
I was going to say $500.
I don't know. Aren't you doing that on the side, Kevin? I thought you were out there. That's why you moved.
Hey dog, the male gigolo.
Yeah. Kevin Googled on Google gigolos. Where's the highest rate?
More like male juggalo.
Bruce Gigolo. What do you think, Morgan?
I think it's got to be like kind of a dose of both to a degree. I think yeah, you would have to enjoy it just a little bit, otherwise why get into it in the first place? But then you figure, okay, if you can make money from it, like Dee said, I mean there's gonna be bad days where
you think you're gonna get that one client that just wants a little too much.
I never want to run into a dominatrix on a bad day.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, that's not a good idea, dude.
As
soon as hey, Kevin, as soon as if I walked into a hotel room and she says I'm having a really bad day, I'm getting the fuck out, dude.
Like, how you doing? She's like, fine. Slamming her stuff on the bed.
Throwing fucking dildos all over the place.
Oh, gotta go.
Yep.
You said you had a 6-inch dildo preference. Yeah, she's like, you said you had a 6-inch dildo preference. I'm going to show you what 12 inches looks like today. Oh,
nope.
You guys are bad. What was the last part of that? Remember, fetishes that Kinks says should be done with consent and respect. Remember that, guys. Everybody out there.
Always consent. Always consent.
Always consent. Yeah. Ask your dominatrix if she's cool with it. If she said she's cool with it, then go.
Right. What was the name of that?
Here's the thing with all these. We'll get to the next one, but this is another question I want to throw to all you guys. Having these fetishes, and you know what your fetish is, you know what you like, you know you want that. The chances of you finding that in a relationship are kind of slim to none. So you may have dealt with relationships down the road or in the past where you haven't been sexually satisfied. It's got to be tough to have one of those fetishes that's just a unique fetish and then trying to find someone in your life that meets those fetishes with you or has similar preferences to those fetishes. It's got to be difficult for someone. I can see how stressful it could be for someone to have some sort of fetish and then trying to find a partner that they can spend the rest of their life with that has the similar fetishes.
I mean, I think that is very much dependent on where you live. Because, I mean, as you get towards, sure, if somebody's living in rural America with a fetish, yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for them. But, just like Tinder, there's websites for all this shit nowadays. And on top of that, there's a whole lot of, when you get to bigger cities and stuff like that, there's communities of people that do stuff. And they have events and, it's everywhere. It's out there.
Yeah, it's probably you're right. It's probably a lot easier to find someone that has a specific fetish in New York than it is to find in some, rural town with 1,000 people in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that there's a whole lot of fetishes that preclude having a regular monogamous relationship.
That is true too. Yeah, that's true too. You don't want to be in a committed relationship with a certain. I'm sure this. It's like, honey, can we just have normal sex tonight? Do I have to tie you up tonight? The kids are here. We can't do.
Seriously, it's hard to breathe in the GIMP mask.
Yeah. The kids are starting to ask questions about the sounds coming from this room, hon.
Right.
If you have kids and you have kinks, you have a sex dungeon that's soundproof.
You got a dungeon. Why is Daddy digging a hole in the backyard? No, don't worry about
it. There's always a room in the house with an extra padlock on the door.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. No, and then the sign: "Do not enter. Private." please not first.
What's in there? Daddy's second office.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Right. Can you spank me quieter, honey? You'll wake the baby.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not hurting your mom. She's hurting me. Oh, Daddy, why do you keep calling mommy? No, go ahead.
Mommy was praying so loud last night. Oh God.
She was really asking for God's help last night. All right, the next one. This is just a clean one. This is the cleanest one of all of them.
Clean. This one's pretty clean. And I think the next one is going to bring us back into what we were just talking about. Lingerie, clothing, and shoe fetishes. Lingerie can be a fun addition to any sexual encounter, but for someone who has an underwear fetish, it may go a bit deeper than just enjoying seeing your partner in something sexy. For some, this fetish may have something to do with the bodily secretions from wearing their underwear or other clothing. For some, this may stem from a childhood experience. One individual described the first time he experienced arousal from a shoe was being a child and a female family member undressing from work in front of him, removing her heeled shoes first. So sometimes the fetish can come from a personal experience, pre-adolescence, which may become part of a sexual psyche as we grow older. That's very interesting.
That one I get. I kind of get that one. I don't know, man. The feet one just kind of bugs me.
Yeah, I don't like feet. Feet are gross. I don't like my feet being touched. I don't want to touch your feet.
Kevin's daughter's nearby, so he won't say anything bad.
Oh, I'll say whatever. She's heard all this shit. What was the question?
Toby's real vamped up.
Toby likes feet.
I'm not into any of the clothing, shoe, foot.
Like lingerie doesn't get you going.
No, nah.
Nylons, none of that stuff gets you going.
None of that. Nope.
Watching a woman take her shoes off doesn't get you going.
Nope. K-Dog's more of a nipple clamp guy, I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, I don't even know where to go with that. Come here, Kevin. Let me twist your nipples.
Why did you for me?
I need for him either. What? You're
Kevin turned French.
That's the sign. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
I mean, and they're actually going pre-adolescent, so it's just like, that's just been stuck in your head, like, that and kind of creepy, because if it's a family member that's how you got where you got in your life, that's kind of creepy.
When you're 5, does that matter to you? You don't think like that.
True, but you're now an adult, and then you've realized that that's the reason you have a heel or foot fetish.
I probably don't think about it that much, though, do you? Yeah. Like, it's not like, when you're older, then you think back of, oh, well, how did that come about? I mean, you know, like, I doubt you focus on it that much.
Yeah, that's true. Why do I like getting? Yeah, well, I would assume, I would have to assume that a majority of these people would like to understand or have tried to attempt to understand why they have these certain fetishes. I could see where someone, if they had a creepy ass fetish, if I had a creepy ass one, I think I would want to try to maybe figure out how I got there. Why do I need this in my life? Wouldn't you?
I mean, outside, for a lot of people, isn't talking about fetishes kind of taboo in the first place? It's taboo. So to kind of, I mean, unless you're in therapy for some reason and it's brought up in conversation, I can't understand or, see why anybody would explore that, especially if it's this example to tie that together.
Google it, Kevin.
Google it.
Why do I like feet? Okay.
Oh, I'm not Googling that.
No.
WebMD.
Why do I enjoy my nipples? Why do I enjoy my nipples being twisted? Why do I need my nipples twisted to get off? Google.
Why can I only get off if I'm being tickled?
Hey, I would love, I'm not kidding, because this would be funny, but I would love to get like transcripts of these types of questions that are asked to Alexa and Google. That would be fucking hilarious.
Oh, sure.
Matter of fact,
why were you Canadian for a second there?
I am gonna. Oh, sure.
French.
She did that. She did that last week.
French, then we're Canadian.
Canadian. Hey, Kevin, she did that last week, dude. She went full on fucking Wisconsin. The whole accent. I was like, what the hell just happened to D? All right, so hold on, just for shits and giggles. And plus, I want to test this feature out to see if it works on my Tascam scanner here. Okay, connect. Okay, here we go. We should be able to hear what.
This is the part Google, of the show that we like to call old men working with new technology.
Hey, Google, why do I like feet? Come on, Google. Oh, it's not working.
Google's like, I'm not getting involved in this. Google's going to respond back with Winnebago.
Google's like, this fucker needs help.
Why do people like feet?
Hey, Google, why do people like feet?
From healthline.com. Feet are a sensitive part of the body which can be very ticklish in some people.
People like to tickle feet? That's what Alexa said.
So glad that was told to me in a British robot voice.
That's what we need, right?
Some people find feet attractive.
That was AI's response. All right. Where were we?
Furries.
Furries, Kevin. Yeah. Where did the fox say? We're gonna fox fuck. We're gonna fox fuck tonight, man. say that 10 times.
These people are my favorite. These people are fucking loony.
I'm sorry, Luke. I'm sorry if you're late.
Can we do that to all of our
You are welcome.
Hey, Alexa.
Hey, Alexa.
Hey, Alexa, tell me about sounding.
Yeah.
That's why you wear headphones.
Hey, Alexa, the nearest furry club. Oh, go ahead. Go into the next one.
When we think of furries, we might think of someone who enjoys animated characters, such as artwork or even dressing up as them. This interest may also include a sexual attraction to these characters. This fetish could arise from childhood if someone developed a crush on an animated animal character. It may be something that carried into adulthood. A study found that over 64% of participants were between 11 and 15 when they described themselves as furriers. In that they became interested in these animated animal characters and perhaps developing a persona to match, but not that they necessarily engaged in sexual activities. It's important to note that not everyone who considers themselves a furry does so for sexual motivations. Some might just enjoy the dress up or artwork without having any sort of sexual interest in characters. But it's possible that from our experiences as a child, it also can impact our attraction as we get older.
Yeah, I had a thing for that little skunk that Pepe Le Pew chased around. It was
that's why they're love.
Meow.
Can you imagine asking your partner?
Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Roger Rabbit.
You mean Jessica Rabbit?
Jessica
you mean you like No, John like Roger.
This is okay. This is one where this is one that I like bring back to like I was saying, like everybody wants something in a relationship, no matter who you are, you have things that you want in a relationship. Now, how do you sell this? How do you sell this to somebody though? Like, this is what I'm into. Like, every now and then you're going to have to dress up like, Roger Rabbit, or you dress up like some sort of cartoon character, or can you purr like a cat for me tonight? How do you sell that? That's gotta be
just like that.
Instant.
Yeah, start like that, or
just
go
like
to a cosplay convention.
Ta-da! Hey, you want to go behind the bleachers?
I don't think those people are selling that to people that aren't into it. I think they're going to find other people that are into it.
They're finding other people. Yeah, but with all these fetishes that are out there, there's got to be a lot of people that are out there that are just not sexually satisfied with their partners. That's why we have 50% divorce rate. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But
that's why
you're going to dress up like a puppy, or I'm leaving you.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where, like, say you have, I don't want to pick one, but I just say a specific fetish, and you're married to someone for 20 years. I can see where someone just finally gets frustrated and starts looking around because he knows that partner isn't going to do those things. They know that they're not going to do it. They don't even want to suggest that to that partner because just the fear of being embarrassed by that fetish. And then eventually going out and trying to find someone that's going to be able to satisfy those needs instead of just having a normal conversation with your partner and just say, hey, look, this is what I'm into. I know we've been having sex for 10 years or 12 years. Yeah. Can we try this out?
What? Okay. At that point, I mean, that's like 10 years too late. I mean,
Why now? Why now? It's a fantasy for you now. You don't get to do that.
But hey, if we go by these fetishes and what they said, it could be something from your childhood that just might not have sparked early in your life or your midlife, and now you're in your 30s and 40s, and you have some sort of event that takes place in your life that all of a sudden you realize that's what you need. That's got to be difficult to sell that to your partner.
Okay,
I think there's a whole lot of people out there though that like they have been in a relationship for a long time, things get stale and they get bored, and then they have the opportunity to grow together. And I think that happens a lot too.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well, okay, and this might sound a bit maybe like naive, maybe, but like, I mean, okay, say like you like discuss with your partner like all this stuff beforehand, and things are good, and again, like Kevin says, let's just say things kind of get stale, it's like what, like if you don't feel comfortable enough like talking to your partner about potentially like trying something, or like whatever, it's kind of like, well, then maybe that's not the person you should be with then either. Like if you're not comfortable like share, like I feel like you would have to kind of have some like not confidence, but like some like self like confidence or like comfort in knowing like, okay, like this is what I like. And it's like, would it really have to be present like every single time? Because like you said, I mean, people have been married for years and years and years. It's like, well, evidently something's working. Like something's working. Right. Like what, I don't know. Hell, I don't know.
So young.
So precious, so
yeah. There's a lot of people that stay together just out of spite.
Just out of spite, just to piss the other one off, just to piss their partner off. I'll show you. I'll make sure you're not happy for the next 30 fucking years.
Right? Death do us part. I didn't know it was a race.
It made me sell my sports car. I hate you for
it. You see that garbage can? I will never take it out on time. I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you now. You're going to get 30 years of you asking me 3 days later if I took the garbage out.
I don't know. It takes all kinds.
We're going
to
play Jenga with the trash until and take it out.
Yeah, no, I'm sure, there are outlets, places you can find these, these people with the similar fetishes. And it's probably much easier today in today's world than say it was maybe 40 years ago. I can see how it could be difficult to find someone, that was into whatever you were doing. I think even 40 years ago, Kevin, though, do you think 40 years or let's go, 40, 50 years, it still had to have been hard, even for someone in New York to find a fetish that they may have.
Yeah, but that's because 40, 50 years ago, it wasn't okay to feel that way about sex.
Yeah, that's true too. You weren't allowed to have those kinds of thoughts. Goddamn religion. Oui.
And by the way, John, there are furry conventions everywhere.
Oh yeah, I know there are. They're everywhere now. But it just be weird to like you find the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with at a furry convention, and then like you have kids and all, and the kids are like open your closet one day and ask why you have all these different fucking costumes in there, dude. Just I don't know.
So from what I understand though, like the numbers pan out to that community being way more gay males than anything else.
Yeah, probably. I'm probably, you're probably right. And I don't think that even like that type of fetish, I think do you think it's just a certain age group that eventually you get to a certain age where you kind of grow out of that?
I don't know.
I wonder, because it seems to be younger people. It seems to be I like. Have you seen a 50 or 60-year-old guy running around in a fox costume?
I mean, they got to be there. They got to be there, and they got to be there. They're at those conventions.
How would you know?
I've never been to one.
No, I'm saying you wouldn't know. Their entire head is going to.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, you would know when you have to pop a Viagra to finish. How old are you?
Why that suit's so roomy. You got pockets.
Do I need a defibrillator? Do I need to take a defibrillator with? At any point in time, will I have to fucking save your life while we're having sex?
So here's the other thing about it though, like, and it kind of like gives you a crazy idea. Those suits are fucking expensive.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, I'm looking at some of these online. It's like $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
Like, so you're talking about like kids can't do this shit and be this devious because they can't afford it.
Yeah. Mom, will you get a freaking job, kid?
And like, could you imagine trying to ask your parents for a furry suit? They'd be like, "No, get the fuck out of here!"
Or when you're at work and somebody asks you, "Are you saving up for a car?" Hell no, furry. I want to dress up like a furry. They got the furry convention coming up in San Diego. I want to make it, so I need like $4,000 for the suit.
Right.
I don't know.
What about those people that this one wasn't on the list, and I like to kind of touch on this real quick. What about these people that are like, I identify as a cat in their relationship?
Yeah, that's weird too. But is that do they do that for sex? I mean, does it apply to the same thing we're talking about though, as far as sexual thing?
The reason I bring it up is because I saw a video the other day, and this couple, this gay couple, gets pulled over. And the guy that's driving has asked for his license and hands over a cat collar. And he says, "This is my ID. I identify as a cat."
Oh, Jesus.
So the cop turns to the guy that's sitting in the passenger seat and he asks you, "Do you have a driver's license for your partner?" And there's this discussion about how there's an assumption that they're partners. And he says, "No, I'm his owner. That's my cat."
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
No, I don't have any identification.
Yeah.
So that's how this all like popped into my head.
Yeah, no.
Like, I just out of the car. I'm
just like, you know what? Just go continue down the road. Thank you. No, I just read. I was going to use it's funny you brought that up because there was one of the weird news I was going to talk about was some lady that was eating her own hair. And they had to take out a huge hairball out of it.
She had a Bezor.
Yeah.
I've heard
fucking
of that.
Crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. Let's start with
like the people that eat mattresses.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, we had that lady that remember we had the lady that ate the batteries, that swallowed batteries.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she had like 9 batteries stuck in her that she couldn't pass, so they had to cut her open to get those batteries out. They were kind of lodged.
Those mental disorders that turn out to be like eating impulse stuff is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was an electrifying meal.
Yeah.
I got heartburn. It was so acidic.
Yeah.
We don't have
there's a guy that we've had some weird ones. There's the guy who married his car, but we had the lady that made her own husband out of ragdoll. She made a ragdoll husband.
Yeah, and she crocheted a whole family for herself.
Yeah, and then she had babies.
That makes me sad though.
You know, I can crochet, but I've never,
I'm gonna make a man.
Like how lonely you think that person is to do that?
Just a little. Sad. Just a little bit.
No, that's not a little bit. That's astronomical.
That's like those dudes that marry their sex dolls. Like I just feel bad for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're gonna break her. Eventually you're gonna pop a hole in her or something, dude. She's gonna lose air.
They have
They got the $60,000 or $90,000 one, or that company has a one that's for like $130,000. You can change her face and her hair, so you can go brunette, blonde, green eyes, blue eyes. You can just change her within 15 minutes. You can completely change her whole face.
I can't wait till we get robot partners, and then they're too expensive for anybody to buy.
Yeah, these are $130, and they're not calling them sex. They're calling them companion robots. So they're going to sit next to you and talk to you and discuss things with you and ask you how
you think they'll fight with me?
Yeah, fight with me, please. Slap me, spank me. We'll start with the young lady down there at the bottom. This is the question we ask everyone on the show. Morgan,
I'm scared.
Have you learned anything tonight?
Yeah. I don't know if it's been like, information that I really wanted to know, but I've learned.
You can't erase this shit right here.
No,
you can't unlearn it now.
You can't unlearn it.
You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and be like, "Oh my fucking god!"
I know.
No, she wake up in a cold. What are those aliens inserting in those asses? What's going on? Why are they doing that to that poor guy?
Okay, so recently I was in the Dells and we did an escape room kind of, thing, and one of them was like a science kind of like alien thing, and there was this like alien guy in this, now I will never look at like the same ever again.
Just remember, again. Morgan, it's where the soul is.
That's where the soul is.
And to the left.
Yeah. I can see Morgan hanging out with friends at work and they're talking about something and just Morgan throws out a fact from this show and they're just like what the fuck?
No, listen, I work in a medical setting now. Yeah. I hear things that I just like I have to stop for a second and I have to just kind of like take that extra second to be like, wait a minute. Is that what I just heard? I mean, they talk about things that to most people, especially while eating. It's always while eating.
Yep.
It's like it's always when somebody's eating.
You're spot on.
It's like
you're spot on. My uncle used to just tell my Aunt Carol, please stop, because she was a nurse. And like she was Thanksgiving table, she's telling us what's going on, and everyone's just like, no, stop.
see, I've grown, like accustomed to it now, so now it doesn't bother me as much. But there's stuff that patients tell me that I'm like, is the world gonna be okay? Like, is everything gonna be all right?
Morgan's gonna open the door of one of her rooms, and she's gonna see, and Deana's gonna laugh at this one. She's gonna open the door and see the pig man. The pig man. She's gonna.
I just don't know. That's what's.
She's gonna try to save him. She's gonna try to save the pig man. If you want to know what we're talking about, just Google Seinfeld pig man, and you'll know what we're talking about.
Oh, good.
All right,
okay.
Deana.
I actually
did you learn anything new?
I did actually. I learned some very interesting information about the psychology of fetishes. That was some very interesting factoids in there about furriers.
just on that one, right? That's it. All the other stuff she knew about.
I did actually. Well, I've been kind of desensitized too. Back in my early 20s, I worked there's a store in the Midwest called Lover's Lane. It's a chain. They sell dildos and lingerie. I worked there for 4 years.
Oh shit! You got an inside source for the.
I got inside
for the Johnny Hot Wax Candle Wax. Yeah, you got.
Why do you think when I first started this show, I was so obsessed with the clitoris?
Yeah. Well, me and Kevin are working on the clitoris app. We're trying to get approved by Apple. This is a process. It's been tough. We're going to come out with it.
Like a Google
it'll just be you grab your phone and you just move it around until it finds it.
And all you have to do is turn on your camera and flashlight.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, turn both on.
But you know how bad guys are with fucking directions. So as soon as we put the phone down, we're gonna forget and be like, "Fuck, I got the phone."
No. We'll do what all the other guys do. You'll put your phone down, but you'll have your finger where you need to go.
Yeah, exactly. We're still gonna end up the wrong way. We're gonna go the wrong way. Somehow, some way, we're gonna get lost. Some way, somehow, we're gonna get lost. That's the guy. You're 15 miles off course. Why are you trying to put that in my belly button? What is wrong with you? That is not the clitoris. Kevin, there we go. Kevin's insight. Kevin, did you learn anything tonight?
Yeah, I learned that I need to get my affairs in order because the end is near because it's the second coming of Jesus.
Italian Jesus. Apparently, this topic revolves around a French accent.
Ready?
John, when is the lamb coming to break the seals?
The seventh seal will be broken. The seventh seal will be broken after tonight's show when the alien probes takes the chrome-plated fucking 8-foot dildo and jams it up some guy's ass.
So remember to like, follow, and subscribe.
Make sure you follow the show. Anything else you learned today, Kevin?
I learned that we really need to get working on that fucking clitoris app.
Yeah, we need to get the clitoris app.
Because the wax is going to sell itself. We need the app to go with it.
Yeah, Android said, "Hell yeah, bring it on." But we're having issues with Apple. Apple's like, Apple's like, I don't know. We could get it made and have it said to be a hospital. What is that term when something is associated with the hospital?
Oh, a healthcare app?
Yeah, a healthcare app. We'll get it put right next to the Apple Watch. It'll be right there, the clitoris. It'll go clitoris on the Apple Watch. Find the clitoris.
You can actually link to it from WebMD.
And then this light will come off your watch. It'll just light it up and go, oh, just lit
as it should, as
it's lit there
in 14 inches. Turn left.
There it is. God damn, I was way off. I could see the guy saying that too. I was way off, dude. Fuck, no wonder. Damn. I learned a lot. Tonight. I did. I learned that it sucks to have a fetish. I think it does. I think it's normal. Just having good old-fashioned, normal, clean sex is not a thing anymore. It sounds so white right now. I sound like
normal, clean sex.
Good, clean, normal white.
Like through a hole in a sheet? What do you mean? Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. Next show, just like, can't we just have sex like old white people? Jesus.
Look at those white people having sex. So boring. That's about it. No. I feel sorry for those people. I do. Because I think, like I said, I think I would hope that the goal for humanity, every one of us, is to find someone, right? I mean, that's the ultimate goal, is to find someone and grow old with. And if you have these sort of look, the show got clean all of a sudden, quiet. If you have some of those, this is the educational part of the show. The last 3 minutes, that's it, dude. But yeah, I just feel like that. Everyone. That's how I feel. I think everyone on Earth wants to try to find someone. I think that's the most important thing, is finding someone to spend the rest of your life with. And now you got this added thing. And then some people can go on their whole life not needing that. But then I can see where someone can, like, I need this, and then trying to find someone that has that their whole life and never finding it. That would suck. It would really suck. So I feel sorry for the people that have some extreme weird fetishes. Feet, I think you could do lingerie. Those are normal ones. You can find someone. You can beg a woman to put lingerie on. You can lie to her, just buy it and say, "Look, I bought you some lingerie."
Well, again, what's normal? That's
yeah. Normal is white people sex. Yeah, that's why it's clean. They lay a towel down on the bed. Everything. They don't want to get any shit on the sheets. It's all clean. They got a hot rag right there.
Okay, wait. If that's occurring, that's a whole nother problem that needs to be worked out. Fingers
stay where the fingers are supposed to be. Try to sneak a thumb anywhere it's not supposed to be. That's white people sex. All right, we're out of here before I say another thing that gets us in trouble. It's bad enough. It's bad enough. Yeah, let's do a quick blessing in the name of the Father. I bless my co-host. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see everybody next week. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but it'll be great. Kevin, you'll be back. Morgan is every other week, everybody. And,
because unfortunately, I didn't get that position.
Yeah, Deana has no choice. So. She has to be here, so she's number 2.
Yeah, Sean has me ball and chained. Unfortunately,
we didn't even talk about that one before we go. Real quick, it's got to be the gross.
Come on, man!
It's got to be. I had it marked and I forgot. I'm looking at it. I thought it was too disgusting to talk about, but like the people that need to be shit on, that's the one that I was going to talk about. Yeah, that's like there's these
golden shower people,
and then there's this
Winnebago.
No, I'm gone. Goodbye.
It's people like that need to eat it.
Yeah. Next.
No!
Ooh, God. We'll bring up next week. Everybody look.
Nope.
Everybody look into the camera and say goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.